Hey everyone, Senraikai here. Today I'm going to be watching the third episode of Roshidere. Last episode was amazing. The show pretty much already had me sold on this being worth watching after episode 1. We had this great Russian girl, Alya. You know, she's cute, likable. We got this fun gimmick with her hiding her feelings in Russian, like saying the Russian stuff that would be embarrassing if anyone actually understood what she was saying. And our protagonist just understands it, but she doesn't know our protagonist understands it, and that just creates a very fun little dynamic. So I was already really into it. And then they just like, oh, you like that? You haven't even seen the main course yet. And then they throw Yuki at us. Like, she was already in the show. She was already around. I already kind of liked her presence for what it brought to the table. And then they revealed just how good it truly was by revealing the Emoto status. She's little sister. Not only that, but she's like full-blown otaku, extremely based. And they have like a great relationship with the brother. Like, they hang out, they talk, they have a good time. Like, I remember episode 1. He was talking about watching late anime and the discussion and everything like that. Like, I assume the implication was that was with the sister, you know. But they didn't say that. But if so, that's really cool. Like, having a sister just around, you know, like, that you can just talk to, you know, about like similar, like sharing the same hobby and talk about it. Like, that's some great stuff there. Like, she's very genre savvy, you know. She does like the kind of a typical waking up on Ichan kind of thing that you would see in like an anime or something, right? She's able to kind of like perform that, you know, have fun with it. And she does, you know, like it's great. Just everything about that's great. The fact that nobody knows that she's a sister, and including Alia, so now she kind of views it as a bit of a like a love rival, even though she probably would think less of that if she knew the truth. So I do hope that continues to just be secret, because you could have a lot of fun with that. There's a lot of teasing potential from Yuki on that basis. So I look forward to seeing what we can do with that. But this intro's been long enough. So let's just jump on in and see how the episode goes. As always, if you enjoy the video, please click the like button and support me on Patreon for early access and to help me keep making videos. And let us begin in 3, 2, 1, play. And we're starting right off with our opening. Yeah, that's the other thing. We had 2 unique EDs for episode 1 and 2. Both were great and quite different from each other, which is already pretty crazy. Like, what are we gonna get for episode 3? I really want to know. Just sit down on each one. I also look forward to the day that Alia realizes he can understand the Russian thing she's been saying. Come to me, come to me. Because if you thought we saw an embarrassed reaction when she realized he saw her pantsu, could you imagine the realization that he's been understanding all of those things you've been saying this whole time? Like, she may just drop right on the spot. And so they met. そして二人は出会った. Oh. Wow, okay. Man, they know how to start an episode. I'll give you that. More loving siblings. You'll love to see it. With that rushing, you know, foreigner greeting kiss and everything like that. It's a long story. Yeah, and she grips her hand as she says the Osana Najimi part. I wonder why. One-chan knows. And she just kind of plays with her stuffed animal. It's pretty obvious. What? What are you? Oh yeah, we did declare that like one of the two episodes. It's like a reference. Oh, okay, a bit of a jump backwards. Vladi Rose got. I'm gonna bite my tongue. A prize. Now you got their attention. Just even then has those beautiful eyes. You virgin and how to show. I need to study Russian at least for the length of this show until it's over. Just progressively get better at Russian. Niet, I know that word. Happy fraboche. Izveniche. That was a long word for assignment. Yeah, Juba Juba Shinabezish. It sounds so cute when she says it. I can't get over it. Like listeners just speak Russian all day. Don't talk Ned at me. Yeah, that's why group projects suck right here. It's okay, yeah, you're in the right. Don't worry. Don't mind. Oh yeah. If only, but you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. But we got Japanese now. And that's where it started. Yeah, it definitely gives us a nice context to her character. I really appreciate that. But I mostly appreciated all the cute Russian we got from her. They're impressed. As they should be. Alya, the best. Whenever a Japanese person calls her Japanese Jozu, never take it as a true compliment. They say that to everyone. But her Japanese is great, though. Like, yeah. Like, did you say something? You did that speech. Yoroshiku! Oh, Hikaru, were you there? Is that the I was gonna say, is that the Connie looking character? Because I don't remember his name. Good thing Hikaru is a good friend. But her eyes clearly being just drawn to him. Masashka, whatever the heck his name is. I'm still getting his name down. It's a hard name. Oh, school festival, haunted house. There's Connie. Mata mata. I still remember that scene from last episode too, from Yuki. That was so good. Yeah, definitely a life's worth taking seriously. Never mind that this is a very limited time in your life that you'll never get back. Why care about it? Why try to do your best to make it something special? Yeah, somebody get in here and help this girl. Yeah, because I'm still not sure if I want to call him Kuza or the Masashika name. Oh, well, that's cool. We definitely need to light a fire. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there definitely is a point where you're pushing yourself too much. I mean, look at your hand. It always does suck when people around you don't care about something as much as you do. Because there's like nothing you can really do about that. But yeah, it's very much a group thing. Yeah, do you have a counter argument for that? Showing the band-aids in the shot. He's drilling his way into your heart. But this is cool though, getting to see where it really started. Oh, sure, let's do it. Yeah, 6 days. Just get a rice mess all over your face. Just aggressive onigiri eating. Let's go. Oh, that blood, that blood, that that blood looked pretty good. Like I got scared for a second. It's like, are you okay, Alya? But no, it's just good effects. She's too cute to be scary though. Best award thingy. And then the bonfire dance thing, yeah. Yeah, folk dance, that's the word I was looking for. Dozo. I want to dance with you. Are you some foreigner that doesn't know how to folk dance? Yeah, because I'm sure people asked her, for sure. Nani sore? She is our beautiful ice princess. Yeah, people usually like that, I think. I mean, you don't have to take it that way. Yeah, that must be nice. And yeah, we're getting a deep dive into your character this episode. It is cool that she is being, pretty honest and upfront with him. Can you even dance? Imagine if he was around for her, like, flashback scene. There we go. And girl's doing a great job balancing on one leg back there. Like, completely still. I mean, your body, I didn't, I mean, is there? That's definitely not what she said. Let me call you Alya, that's all I'd ever wanted. Yeah. Some very nice pictures of her. Bakajinine. We get to call her Alya. No. Should have been faster, man. You're getting too close. I'm already gonna dance with Kuza over here. There we go. I was waiting for it. Because he understood his assignment. Protect the, not princess. I bet. Yeah, you said this would be no problem, so let's see what you got, girl. Man, it was almost word for word. I mean, it was up to the then. That's great. And that brings us to now. I assume we're back to the current timeline. She looks that way that everyone. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get some Russian? Yeah. Okay, so just a little bit of a jump forward. Like the next day. And now we get back to the current timeline. So that was the framing device of the whole thing, was just telling Onei-chan about it, I guess. It really did. Yeah, story about dancing and whatnot. Sakun. Sakun. She's not talking about Masashika, is she? Kuze? Because you know he met a Russian girl in the past. I don't think they ever said it was her, but I guess it could have been. But it felt like a little bit more like a too obvious sort of thing. But we'll see. Yeah, where's Yuki? I would like to get some more Yuki, please. Like, I know we had a lot of her last episode, so it's okay, I guess, but I would still like a little bit this episode. Just a bit. Masha, I will do that. I can remember that. Oh, girls touching my hands. Oh, that's a look. Is it him? Because they're definitely implying it right now. Because that would complicate things a bit. I should go back in previous episode, first episode, whatever, and see, because there was a scene where we actually saw the flashback of him with the Russian girl, right? Childhood Russian girl. He goes on a date with a different girl every episode. What? Oh, more stuffed animals, yeah. She likes the sort of thing we saw earlier. The cats are hugging, that's cute. Her eyes, they're like such what's the best word to describe it? They almost feel like impish troublemaker kind of eyes, sometimes, for lack of a better word. But yeah, that lion definitely suits him. I'm just waiting for them to run into someone that they know, whether it be Alya or, Yuki or whatever. Alya and Yan. Take good care of her. Oh no. Please don't. Are we? I kind of lost track what we were supposed to be doing. Flush always makes me think about toilets, so I can. It's always ruined that kind of phrase for me when talking about tea. Well, damn. Is he allowed to choose? And there's the split. And we could have guessed as much considering. I mean, I think they literally have different family names and stuff, but. Oh. That'd make me feel better. I think it's warmth and comfort. Oh, don't burn me, please. Oh no. Well, I think I got a little bit too warm there. A little bit less comforting. Uh, ED? What are we gonna do with ED this time? It looks different again. There's no way it's different again. There's no way. There's just no way. No, it's legit different again. Oh my god. What is this show? How do they do this? And it's so different again. And the sister walks in. That's a really nice shot there. Yeah, the focus on the sister, I love it. That is just beautiful right there. And there we go. That was the third episode of Roshidere. We really just got another ED. If they do this different one every single episode, my mind is going to be as blown as possible. But I'm just going to take a screenshot of that while it's on my screen. But anyway, yeah, this episode. This was pretty much like... I mean, we pretty much like no Yuki at all, aside from like the quick flashback, I guess. But because this episode, the focus definitely was on Alya and how things kind of got the way they are between her and Masashku. I need to get his name down. I could just call him Kuze. That is easier. But I don't know. Masashka just sounds kind of cool. But we'll see. It's always up in the air what you should call the anime characters, because usually characters refer to each other differently, you know? Like, but we'll see. I'll go with Masashka for now, but yeah. Alya, so... Before we even got to any of that, we got the Onei-chan stuff, which is nice. Because it's kind of like, you know, last episode we saw Masashka go home, and the sister be like, hey, Onei-chan, what's up? You know, all that stuff. And now we get to see her go home and get greeted by her sister and how different that is, you know. So, and again, siblings very close to each other, you know, very much interested in her life and trying to be supportive and all that. So, really, really good stuff. And then we got the flashback as we start to talk about Masashka and stuff like that. And we get all the Russian dialogue, man. I think this is the most Russian we've gotten in one episode, because it's not just Alya saying a phrase here or there to hide a little bit of that embarrassment, you know, her true feelings and all that. This was just actual Russian people conversing in their native language, right? Right? So, but yeah, we see the little I almost called her Masashka. Little Alya, you know, doing her best, working hard, like smile on her face, doing her best, trying to you know do the best you can with her group and all that. But then we got them being like, you're doing too much, you know. We just kind of we don't care as much as you do. We just want to get a passing grade, just you know, get it done normally. Like you don't need to take this so seriously, but she does, and she wants them to, and they won't, and as a result, heads are headbutting, and overall became a very not so great memory for poor Alya. So pretty upsetting, but that kind of set her on her path, right? To just, you know, screw it, I'll just do it myself. You can't rely on other people and all that sort of thing. And up until just the right guy, Masashka, came into her life and smashed that wall down, right? Because at first he's just some dude sleeping next to her in class, but she gets to just see how earnest he is, like how he's willing to put in the work, but, you know, more efficiently than maybe Masashka does sometimes because of her kind of stubborn nature. He kind of understands how to do this, like how to instead of just trying to brute force it all by yourself to the point of pushing yourself too hard, to just kind of like look at a group project and make the group project function properly as a group project to get a good group project, right? So definitely tackling it from a different angle, but working hard nonetheless. So he was able to make a big difference there, and Alya appreciated all of that. Got to see his cool points, and by the end of the episode, by the end of the overall segment, had pretty much fallen in love with him. I would say clearly she's still kind of soon about it, like fighting it, like not willing to admit it. Like, you know, One-chan was basically trying to call her out on it. You know, that's not the best way to phrase it, but you know, try to say that's how it is, and she's like, no, that's not how it is. We're just friends, and it's anime, of course. That's how it's gonna be, you know. But we'll eventually get there. Just not today. But overall, everything went really well. I think we got the dance between them near the end of the segment, as he rescued them, as he rescued her from dancing with a couple of literal nobodies. Right? They don't deserve to dance with a titular character, for sure. But yeah, we learned so much about her as a character, right? Like, we had all that working hard stuff before, and then we had the scene with the princess comment and how she didn't like it. And she pretty much explained why. Like, she is incredibly beautiful and also talented. You know, not to brag or anything, but she also doesn't want people to get the impression that that's all she's about. You know, like just coasting on that. So that doesn't like what's the word I'm looking for? Is identify the word I'm looking for? Can't think of the exact word, but basically, she's more than just that, right? So she wants to get that across. The sentence would have sounded better if I could think of the word I was thinking of, but hopefully you got what I was trying to say. Like, but anyway, we eventually got back to the room. But yeah, the remaining segment was mostly with Masha, and they're definitely teasing the possibility that the Russian girl he knew as a kid that he liked and inspired him to learn Russian and all that was her. I'm still thinking there may be some fake out there, but because again, it seems too obvious, but it's a nice little mystery that we're kind of still playing with. Very curious to see exactly where that goes, because, like, you know, if it was, then where does that leave us, you know? Both of our Russian sisters liking the same boy, and the trouble that could cause, but got just a little bit of a smidge of his family situation with his sister and the divorce and all that. It's like, which, nothing too shocking there, because obviously there was some sort of divide between the siblings, like, for sure, but the fact that they do seem to have a pretty good relationship in spite of that is great to see, though. But the ED, man. The ED. I don't have too much to say about it, but like, the focus was clearly on the sisters, which is really nice. Like, she literally walks in with the beverages, they sit next to each other reading 2 books, and they read 1 book while smiling, and then we have big smiles and heads practically touching, hair definitely touching, right? As they're just enjoying themselves with a slight blush on their faces. Like, just extremely beautiful. 2 beautiful Russian sisters having a good time together, smiling. What more could you possibly ask for, right? Like, because as far as beauty goes, Alya, of course, really just immediately stuck out at me as being incredibly beautiful. Mostly because the silver hair has always been my favorite, like, anime hair color. So really, always drawn in by that immediately. And it kind of overshadowed Masha, I think, early on. Because we had a shot of, like, all 3 of them, right? Alya, Yuki, Masha talking about, like, how they're the school idols or whatever, right? And I was just thinking to myself, Alya is definitely the most attractive of all 3 of them, you know? And I think somebody was talking about Yuki, and I said something like, she's my least favorite of the 3. I don't remember exactly how I phrased it, but, like, she was one I was least interested in. I was a fool at the time, of course, because I didn't know the depths of her character and all that. But there was also Alya's sister, who was, like, who stood out to me less as being beautiful, but then we actually had an episode that focused on her a little bit more. Near the end of the episode, we got some good close-ups of her face and everything, and, like, she might not have that silver hair, but, like, really, she's no less beautiful than Alya, like, for real. So, I'm glad this episode was able to kind of let her shine a little bit in that sense. So, and she likes stuffed animals, you know, it's just whatever. I don't really have much to say about that. But it is kind of cute, I guess. But she seems like a really nice One-chan, really good sister. hopefully we can see her continue to kind of like talk to Alya and help her work through her feelings and eventually maybe encourage her to like confess to Masashka. We'll see. But yeah, so far the show is just really good. You know, the characters are very, especially Alya so far, very well fleshed out. You understand the character, where she's coming from, how she got to the way she is. You know, why she likes Masashka. Like, this episode did a great job of filling in several little blanks to the point where I feel like I don't really need too much more to understand her as a character. I just kind of want to see her grow, see that character development, see her eventually close the gap more and more with Masashka till they're eventually, you know, kissy, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, and all that. So yeah, I feel like we've kind of got that covered, and now we just need to move on to the character development as far as her goes. But she's not the only character in the show. Like, I would love some more Yuki stuff. Obviously, we did have a bit of a Yuki focus episode last episode, which was really good, right? But I still feel like there's more to explore a little bit, like because we got that very quick little bit with a flashback and all that, where she seemed a little bit sickly and all that, and then we got the current day relationship. I feel like we could get a bit of a in between, you know, kind of like what we got with Ali in this episode. Like maybe we see a bit where they're not like otaku buddies and stuff like that, but maybe there's a bit where they're like trying to connect, but it's not quite working, and then she sees Oni-chan reading the manga or something, and she's like, Oni-chan, what's that? You know, what's going on there? It's like, oh, this is about this and this is happening. It's like, oh, that sounds like it might be kind of cool. Can I read that when you're done? Like, oh, sure. And then she reads. It's like, oh, this is pretty good stuff. Do you have more stuff like this? And then she reads more and more manga and gets more and more into the otaku subculture. And eventually, they're just able to, you know, talk about it together. And that's like a real like catalyst to have a good friendly, active relationship with each other. Like, I don't know, if we could get something like that, that'd be pretty cool. Just kind of some speculation on my part, but. Because I would like that. But how long have I been recording, by the way? Uh, 37 minutes. Yeah, I think this is probably a good time to call it. I think I did a decent job of getting everything I wanted to say out. So, not that I'm not even sure people really watch the discussion portions of these videos, but I mostly make these videos as an excuse to talk about anime. So that's how we got here. But anyway, thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.